wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons, the Transformers. The Transformers.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting edition of Transformers Reviews. Now today, guys, what I'm really happy to bring you is Nitro Zeus. God, that is such a stupid name. Okay, on his packaging it calls him Decepticon Nitro. And like, if he had been called that in the movie, either Nitro or Zeus, just not Nitro Zeus. You take two cool things and slap them together, it doesn't mean it sounds... Okay, I'm going to stop ranting. Anyway, now this guy, Nitro, he is very cool in either mode you put him in. And the funny thing is I really like his jet mode. Because in the movie, we very rarely, and very quickly get to see him in his jet mode. And you know what? As far as the jet mode goes, it's pretty cool. I really do like it. I really do. It's decent size. It's a Voyager class figure. And just overall, I mean, it just looks cool, and it is very solid and sturdy and comes together very well. Now on the bottom, obviously, you can see his robot parts and the missiles here. But I mean, overall, from the the side you're going to see it from, for the most part, that all is very much concealed. I mean, true, you can see these pieces here, but I mean, that's not terrible. And I love how the weapon becomes the jet in the back of the gun. So anyway, or the back of the jet. So anyway, alrighty. And so if we go ahead and you can pop open the cockpit, and let's just take any Titan Master. And boom, you can put him right in there, and he sits in there nice and sound. And the reason being is this figure, even though it's from the movie, it does utilize Titan's Return technology. But I think that's cool that you can go ahead and stick any Titan Master in there, and it doesn't look ridiculous at all. So one last thing before we look at Nitro in robot mode, let's go ahead and compare him to another figure. This is the old Hound from Age of Extinction, and Hound is a Voyager also. But as you can see, not only with wingspan, but definitely how much smaller this version of Hound is compared to Nitro here. Now the newer Hound, I didn't have him transformed to vehicle mode, but he's a little bit bigger, but still I think he's just a little bit smaller than Nitro is in vehicle mode. But let's go ahead and compare him to another black and silver jet. We'll go ahead and look at him with actually the Titan's Return version of Scourge. And definitely Nitro is definitely killing it, and looks a lot better than Scourge's alt mode. So anyway, guys, that just gives you a size comparison of how these two Voyagers actually really just kind of stack up to each other. So anyway, alrighty, well, with that out of the way, we will go ahead and move on, and we will show you guys what Nitro looks like in robot mode. And so here we have Nitro, or most of him. Now, with Nitro, the funny thing is in one of the original parts of the script, he was actually supposed to have his head, like he was supposed to be decapitated in some way. Now, at that point, they even were supposed to have Cogman come in and take control of Nitro's body. And there's even still some references left to it in the movie whenever Anthony Hopkins says that Cogman is a headmaster. Now, and it even carried over into the figure. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at any Titan Master. Let's just go ahead and use Thunderwing, for instance. And you see it's just your standard Titan's Return little connector piece here. So we can go ahead and plug in his head. Boom. See? Works wonderfully. But let's go ahead and actually put the actual Decepticon himself, or let's go ahead and take a look at his head, if we can get it to focus here. And I mean, clearly he's a Shockwave fanboy. And so here's that Cracker Jack with his head finally on straight. Well, sort of. It's at least on. But you know what? Overall, as a figure, I have to say I really do like Nitro. I mean, is it as cool as his jet mode? It's about there. I mean, just some of the interesting detailing on him. You know, always with the live action ones, there's always a little bit of extra detailing as opposed to like, you know, a Titans figure. So, but you know what? I mean, hey, it's really cool. Now, some of the funny little stuff that I've noticed is like in jet mode, the one, because this forms like part of his jet side, it looks like this in jet mode. That's how it comes across. Is that a 1 or a 7? I can't tell because when it's straight up, it looks like a 1, but then again, it also kind of weird. I don't know. Anyway, that 1 or 7, it's just kind of odd. And it looks out of place, definitely on robot mode, but not quite as much as the. What is that? Is it 25? Yeah, just some weird numbers. I know that like military jets actually have, you know, numbers on them, but like this is concealed pretty much in robot mode, and this just sticks out in either. So it's weird. But aside from that, everything else I love about it. The gray and the black, how they all merge together. Plus, I mean, I just something about Nitro's head is just cool the way it's shaped. I mean, aside from the fact that it looks like Shockwave, it's kind of got like a little bit of a, dare I say, even a Prime kind of feature to it. And then of course his wings will fold up to form like this jetpack on the back with the missiles there. And even though you can see this on the back, it's not that big of a deal with the back fins down here because it remains pretty much clear. This one right here is funny. You just got to fold it up and kind of out of the way. But yeah, a really beefy, really meaty, and for a Voyager, he's an excellent size. So if we were to compare him to, say, his boss, looking at it, actually, Megatron, if you don't count the antenna, Megatron is taller, which does make sense. Always the boss needs to be, you know, at least in Transformers, always the bigger one. But they look great. When I put them on the shelf together, they look awesome, and so I couldn't be more pleased with Nitro. So anyway, guys, other than that, I really don't have anything to say. So anyway, guys, that has been the review of Decepticon Nitro from Transformers The Last Night. And until next time, guys, we'll see you in another review.